Hey guys, so I am sitting here on my bed and I had got a comment on my channel today and it's really been on my mind and heart and I've been praying about it and I was going to do a video in the morning, but I came in here to do like a Bible study and I wasn't even going to study on what this lady had talked to me about on there. I was just going to start reading on peace or something, stuff that I'm going within my spirit and myself, like things that I, am searching for. But whenever I open up the Bible, and this is the truth here, normally I just, here lately, just open up the Bible and start reading. Or if there's something that I need to search, I'll look for it. But here lately, I just open up the Bible and read it. And anyway, so whenever I opened it up, it went back here to the concordance. And as you can see right here, it was understanding. And I got down through here and started reading some of these things. Whosoever readeth, let him understand. And I'm like, perfect timing. God was just revealing this stuff to me. And what I needed and what I was praying about for this lady that had commented on one of my videos. She's pretty much having a hard time believing in God and stuff. And, she had wrote me out this really big message and stuff. And, I hope that I can say something that may help you. I'm not really good at explaining a whole lot of things, but I do believe that this is what God wanted me to tell you on here. And for anybody else that don't really believe in God, the first thing that came to me is, faith is the evidence of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, which is in the Bible. And, you got to have faith to believe, there's different mixed, ways of thinking about people that don't believe in God and all this stuff. And then most of the time, in one point in your life, the devil will try to attack the mind. If you hit crisis in your life, and certain things, it can make you bitter, and then you just sort of like you question, is there really a God? And one time it happened to me, but it was like in my mind, I was like, what if it was a myth? What if? And whenever I thought that, I got this fear on me because I know God's real, but I questioned it, but there is a God. Just like this here, faith is the evidence of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. If you, for an example, like a baby, you get pregnant and you carry that little tiny baby and it starts to grow and stuff within your stomach, and anything can happen. And sometimes, unfortunately, people have miscarriages and stuff like that. But just the fact that, a couple can create a baby and it comes out, that right there to me is a sign that there is a God. I know I didn't explain that the way I wanted to, but, just anything, like the seasons, how they change, and like the flowers, whenever they, like some flowers will die and then come back, and like, like the animals know when to like gather their stuff, like for the winter seasons and stuff, things like that, that something there had to let them know how to do that. And that something is God. So I'm just going to quit talking and I'm going to read what I feel like God gave me. I know a lot of that probably didn't even make sense, but sometimes it's hard for me to explain things the way I want to. So let's see here. In Romans, I read a little bit, and the first thing that you need to do is, of course, understand. And the way that I feel it within my heart, if you really want to, if you don't believe that there's a God, the thing that I would suggest you to do is just pull your Bible out and start seeking God. It says, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be open. And if you have that question there and you don't understand, pull out the Bible, get you I have a King James Version. And just start seeking and start reading your Bible. And even if you don't believe in God, you pray to Him and you say, God, show me. If you're there, show me. Speak to my heart, speak to my spirit. And let me tell you something, He'll do it, because it says, if you ask, and seek me, you will find me. And He will show you, and He will prove Himself to you it could be a whole different way than what you would expect it to be. Let's see here. What was that? I'm totally got my stuff lost here. Let me see. But I mean, if you seek God, and I know you're probably like, how can you seek God and if you don't know Him? Well, obviously there's something there that you have sort of like, you can believe and you can't believe. And I'm speaking of this lady that had messaged me. If there's that iffy what if, more than likely God is already drawn within your spirit and in your heart. And so, like I said, my suggestion to do is pull out the Bible. The Bible is our roadmap. And the only thing that I can tell you is if you seek Him, He's going to find you and He's going to prove who He is to you. What was this here? There was a chapter that I wanted to read to you. Yeah, the devil's really not wanting me to get this video out for some reason. It's crazy. I had everything lined up here. And, well, I've got so much stuff here. I think it was in Romans. That's about how it happens. You get everything planned out and wrote out, and you lose your stuff. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Right here in Deuteronomy, and this is chapter 4, verse 29, and I'm just going to read. This is another thing that I do believe that you need to hear. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy God, thou shalt find Him, which I already mentioned that just a minute ago, and I was totally looking for this, and it was plumb over here. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy God, thou shalt find Him, if thou seek Him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. If you really want to know if there's a God, and like I said, even if you don't believe in Him, you lay it out there. God, if you're there, let me find you. That's a simple prayer. God, if you're there, let me find you. Seek Him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. When thou art in tribulation and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Lord thy God and shalt be obedient unto His voice. For the Lord thy God is a merciful God. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he sware unto them. For ask now the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that God created man upon the earth, and ask from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there hath been any such thing as the great thing is, or hath been heard like it. So that's just a little bit that I wanted to share with you. I'm not really getting this out there the way I want to, but I know there's a God. I've felt Him in so many ways. I've seen Him do so many things for me and my family. And like this little boy right here that's sleeping, he's a prime example, and he's got marker or something on his forehead. I prayed for him, and at the time his daddy had a vasectomy, and I prayed and prayed and prayed, And sure enough, God gave me him. And he's a miracle baby, which all my kids are miracles. But that one right there in general, I prayed. And I stood on that verse, asking it shall be given, seeking you shall find, and knocking the door will be open. That's a proven fact for me. And I can stand on that because I know there's a God. And the only thing that I can tell you is pray that simple prayer. Say, God, if you're there, show me you're here. And whenever you start getting out your Bible, get you a Bible and get it out and start reading it. You know, you don't have to understand all of it. And the thing of it is, a lot of people wants to get the Bible and read it and think they can understand it. You know, we will never understand all of the Bible until I guess we get and stand before God and he can explain it to us, you know. But none of us will ever understand all of the Bible. There's so much in here. But if you come with a willing heart and a heart that wants to understand the true way, the Bible is your roadmap. And the only advice for me that I can give to you, which I don't really necessarily think you were asking for advice, but I feel within my spirit that I should share it this way, is to seek Him. Get your Bible out, seek Him, say that simple prayer, and just talk to Him like you're talking to a friend. He will listen and He'll show up, because let me tell you something, God is a merciful, powerful God, and God makes all things new. God makes all things clear. And if you ask, whatever you're in need of, and if you ask, God will show Himself to you. It's the doubt that is within people that don't believe that keeps that block up there. But God can tear all of that down. Even if you don't even believe, God can still tear that down if you ask and call out to Him. He'll answer and He'll be there. So I will say a prayer for you, and I really hope that I gave you some kind of simple way about going about this. You know, I'm not all like a Bible professor or whatever you want to call it. I'm just a simple old person, but you know, that was really up on my mind, and I hope that I said something that helped you here. And I will pray for you, and I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.